What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to the channel that keeps you locked in on everything Dallas Cowboys. This is where rumors become reality, drama unfolds, and the future of the franchise gets dissected in real time. And boy, do we have a juicy one today. A story so wild, so electric, that it's shaking up every Cowboys fan forum from Reddit to Facebook to sports radio, and it all revolves around the shocking possibility of a double blockbuster move that could send two defensive stars, Jalen Ramsey and Trey Hendrickson, to Big D. That's right, the Cowboys, already considered perennial contenders with one of the most explosive defensive cores in the league, are now being linked to not just one but two elite-level defenders, players that could potentially flip the balance of power in the NFC. We're talking about Jalen Ramsey, the outspoken, high IQ, physical corner who's been a lockdown force since entering the league, and Trey Hendrickson, the relentless pass rusher who quietly racked up 17.5 sacks last season and is widely considered one of the most disruptive edge defenders in football today. When these rumors first hit the news cycle, most people brushed them off as typical offseason chatter, the kind of dream scenarios that pop up every year when fans have too much time and not enough real football. But then insiders started talking. NFL analysts began name-dropping the Cowboys in connection to both players. Journalists with actual front office sources began dropping hints on podcasts and columns, saying don't count Dallas out. All of a sudden, what started as a fun what-if scenario has turned into a very real conversation about just how aggressive Jerry Jones might be willing to get this offseason. Now let's start with Jalen Ramsey. This is a guy who needs no introduction. 6-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro, Super Bowl champion, and one of the most feared corners of the past decade. But he's also a player coming off a knee injury, entering his 30s. And playing for a Miami Dolphins team that might be ready to go in a younger direction with their secondary, especially as they continue to reshape their roster and get under the cap. Ramsey's cap hit is big, but with a post-June 1 designation, the Dolphins can offload him and create space, and reports have surfaced that multiple teams, including Dallas, have shown at least exploratory interest. Ramsey himself has been active on social media, dropping cryptic tweets and liking posts about the Cowboys, fueling speculation that he'd be open to reuniting with former teammates, and maybe just maybe becoming the final piece of a secondary that includes Darren Bland, Trayvon Diggs, and Malik Hooker. It's worth noting that Ramsey has roots in the South and has always embraced big stage football. Dallas offers that stage. And if Diggs isn't 100% coming off his ACL tear, having Ramsey to help anchor the boundary and guide the younger DBs could be massive. There's also been buzz about how new defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer could love having a physical corner like Ramsey in his press-heavy schemes. Don't forget, Zimmer coached elite corners like Xavier Rhodes and Trey Waynes in Minnesota, and Ramsey fits that mold but with even more pedigree. And while there's some sticker shock around Ramsey's salary, the Cowboys have multiple restructure options and voidable years to play with, not to mention cap rollover space they've been sitting on precisely for this kind of situation. If Dallas believes they're one elite veteran corner away from making a deep playoff run, and based on the way the NFC is shaping up with Philly getting younger, San Francisco tightening their budget, and Detroit rising, they could absolutely make this move. Now, let's shift gears to Trey Hendrickson. This is a name that hardcore fans have known for years, but casuals are just now starting to respect. Hendrickson is a beast, plain and simple. He's not flashy, he doesn't run his mouth, but he flat out produces. Since leaving the Saints and signing with the Bengals, he's been among the top 5 in total sacks, QB pressures, and tackles for loss among edge defenders. And here's the kicker, he's only 29 and still playing at an elite level. The Bengals have given him permission to seek a trade, which usually means one thing: they're not going to give him another extension and want to recoup value now while his stock is high. Dallas is one of several teams reportedly sniffing around the situation, and while his price tag would be significant, likely a second-round pick or a player-plus-pick combo, it wouldn't be outlandish. Remember, Dallas didn't go crazy in free agency this year. They let go of some veterans and made mostly conservative additions. That could have been strategic to save up for a monster move like this. Imagine pairing Hendrickson with Micah Parsons. That's terrifying. That's 30-plus sacks between two players, relentless pressure from both edges, and a front seven that offenses simply can't scheme against. And don't forget, Dallas lost some depth in the pass rush room. Dorrance Armstrong left in free agency, and while Sam Williams and Dante Fowler Jr. have flashed, neither has Hendrickson's consistency or ceiling. Micah Parsons himself has said he doesn't want to be pigeonholed as just an edge rusher. He wants to roam, disrupt, and be used as a chess piece. Having someone like Hendrickson would allow Parsons to do exactly that, because you'd no longer be relying on him for every single edge rush. And if you want to talk about the salary cap again, yes, Hendrickson will want a new deal, likely in the $25 $30 million per year range, but the Cowboys can backload it or offer incentives, especially if they see this as a 2-year championship window. With Dak Prescott potentially in his final year under his current deal, and with CeeDee Lamb and Parsons needing extensions soon, this could be their all-in moment. Now here's the big question: would Dallas really do both? Would Jerry and Stephen Jones actually pull off a double blockbuster move that brings in both Ramsey and Hendrickson? The logical answer is probably not. Most teams don't have the cap flexibility, roster need, or front office aggression to make two high-level trades in one offseason. But the Cowboys are not most teams. They're one of the richest franchises in sports, with a front office that thrives on headlines and legacy. Jerry has said over and over again that he wants to win another Super Bowl before stepping down. He wants his name etched next to Jimmy Johnson, Tom Landry, and the greats. And after years of "we like our guys" and conservative personnel moves, the front office might be feeling the pressure to finally go big. They've seen what the Rams did with Ramsey and Stafford. They've seen what the Eagles did last year with A.J. Brown and Haason Reddick. The league has changed. It rewards aggression. You don't win in the modern NFL by hoarding draft picks and hoping your day 3 pick turns into a Pro Bowler. You win by stacking elite talent and worrying about the cap later. And with Mike Zimmer now steering the defensive ship and Dan Quinn gone to Washington, this is a pivotal transition year. Zimmer is an old-school, no-nonsense coach who believes in discipline and versatility, and both Ramsey and Hendrickson fit that mold. They're tough, smart, and proven. If Zimmer has input, and he does, he's probably pounding the table for these guys. So where does this all leave us? As of today, no deals are imminent. But conversations are happening. Whispers are growing. And in the NFL, where smoke usually leads to fire, it would be foolish to dismiss these rumors entirely. Ramsey has reportedly been in contact with players on the Cowboys roster. Hendrickson's name is showing up in insider circles connected to Dallas. And let's not forget, these things can move fast. All it takes is one domino, one injury in training camp, one standout rookie corner who suddenly doesn't look ready, or one player holding out over contract disputes, and the urgency skyrockets. Dallas has always operated like a team that makes its biggest moves late in the offseason. Just think about the Amari Cooper trade, the Zach Martin contract situation, or even how they handled Ezekiel Elliott's return. Timing is everything. So, Cowboys Nation, what do you think? Should we go all in? Should we push the chips to the center of the table and try to build the most dominant defense in the NFL? Or should we play it safe, stick with the young guys, and let the chips fall where they may? Hit the comments, drop your thoughts, and don't forget, if you love deep dives like this, smash that like button, subscribe for more Cowboys updates, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a moment of the action. Because if the Cowboys really are cooking up a double blockbuster, you better believe this is the place where you'll hear it first. Let's go, Cowboys Nation. The season starts now.